Yo, what's up everyone, Baraka here. So you're thinking about joining the glorious PCMR in 2025? That's awesome. Building a PC is an incredibly rewarding experience, but it can also be a bit daunting, especially for first-timers. Before you tear into those boxes like it's Christmas morning, let me share some wisdom, learned through years of glorious victories, and let's be honest, some epic fails. We're gonna dive deep into the top 5 mistakes people make when building their PCs, and more importantly, how you can avoid them. We've all been there, staring at a pile of components wondering why the heck nothing's working. This is about arming you with the knowledge to build with confidence and end up with a beast of a machine. Thinking about building a PC in 2025? Great! But before you start unboxing those parts, let me save you some frustration and cash. Let's get right into it. Alright, let's kick things off with the most common PC building mistake. Buying incompatible parts. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, it's just not going to work. And believe me, even in 2025 this still trips people up. With CPUs constantly evolving like Intel's 14th gen and AMD's Ryzen 8000 series, motherboard compatibility is absolutely crucial. Before you even think about clicking buy, double, triple check your CPU socket type. Is it LGA 1700, AM5? Get it wrong and you're looking at a world of hurt. Next up, RAM. We've got DDR4 and DDR5 battling it out and they are not interchangeable. Make sure your motherboard and RAM are on the same page, or you'll be facing some serious compatibility blue screens. And while you're at it, check those power requirements. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. There's a fantastic tool called PC Part Picker that's a lifesaver for any builder. It'll flag any compatibility issues, suggest alternatives, and even help you find the best deals. Seriously, use it. It's like having a PC building guru by your side. Maybe you're used to Intel and switch to AMD, or you forget about those pesky PCIe generations. One wrong move and bam, you're stuck with a very expensive paperweight. So, take your time, do your research, and double check everything. PC Part Picker is your friend. Don't be afraid to consult forums or Reddit if you have any doubts. Alright folks, let's talk about the unsung hero of your PC build, the power supply. This is one area where cutting corners can come back to bite you in the, well, you know, your PSU is the heart of your system, pumping life into every single component. Cheap out here, and you're risking instability, crashes, and in the worst case scenario, fried parts. So what should you look for in a good power supply? First and foremost, go for a reputable brand. We're talking names like Corsair, Seasonic, EVGA, companies known for their quality and reliability. Don't be tempted by those no-name brands offering crazy wattage for dirt cheap. Speaking of wattage, make sure you get a PSU with enough juice to power your components, especially your GPU and CPU. These guys are power-hungry beasts, and underpowering them is a recipe for disaster. Use a wattage calculator online to figure out your needs. Look for a PSU with an 80+ rating, preferably gold or higher. A more efficient power supply means less wasted energy, lower electricity bills, and less heat generated inside your case. Trust me, your future self will thank you when you're not wrestling with a tangled mess of wires. It's an investment in the health and longevity of your entire system. Alright, let's be real, nobody likes a messy setup. And when it comes to PC building, a messy case is more than just an eyesore, it can actually throttle your performance. That's right, we're talking about the dynamic duo of cable management and airflow. Imagine this, you've just finished assembling your dream PC. All the components are gleaming, you hit the power button, and it sounds like a jet engine taking off. That, my friends, is the sound of poor airflow. When your components can't breathe, they overheat, leading to thermal throttling, reduced lifespan, and even crashes. So, how do we avoid this? First up, cable management. Those fancy RGB cables might look cool, but they can also obstruct airflow. Take your time to route your cables neatly behind the motherboard tray, using zip ties or Velcro straps to keep them organized. A clean build is a happy build. You want to create a system where cool air is drawn in and hot air is expelled efficiently. Make sure you have at least one intake fan at the front and one exhaust fan at the rear. Depending on your case and components, you might even want to add more fans for optimal cooling. Remember, good cable management and airflow are essential for a cool, quiet, and efficient PC. Alright, we're getting close to the finish line, but before you hit that power button, there's one crucial step that often gets overlooked: updating your BIOS. Now I know what you're thinking, BIOS? Sounds scary, I'm just gonna skip it. But trust me, this is one step you don't want to ignore. Your BIOS, or basic input-output system, is like the low-level software that tells your computer how to boot up and recognize your hardware. And sometimes, especially with newer CPUs and motherboards, you need to update your BIOS to ensure compatibility. Imagine this, you've just snagged the latest AMD Ryzen 8000 series CPU, you're excited to unleash its power, but when you hit the power button, nothing. Your system refuses to post, power on self-test. This could be a sign of an outdated BIOS. Motherboard manufacturers release BIOS updates to add support for new CPUs, improve compatibility, and fix bugs. So before you even think about installing your CPU, head over to the motherboard manufacturer's website, download the latest BIOS version for your specific motherboard model, and flash it. Most modern motherboards come with user-friendly BIOS flashing tools that guide you through the process step by step. Just remember to follow the instructions carefully, and don't interrupt the process. A failed BIOS flash can brick your motherboard, and that's a whole other level of PC building nightmare. Alright, we've reached the final boss of PC building mistakes, improper cooler installation. This is where things can get a little messy, literally, but it's crucial to get it right. Your CPU is the brain of your system, and just like our brains, it doesn't function well when it's overheated. Now whether you're rocking a beefy air cooler or a fancy all-in-one liquid cooler, the key is to create a good seal between the CPU and the cooler to ensure efficient heat transfer, and that's where thermal paste comes in. Thermal paste is like the magic sauce that fills in those microscopic imperfections between the CPU and the cooler, improving thermal conductivity. But here's the thing, too much or too little thermal paste can actually hinder performance. The general rule of thumb is to apply a pea-sized amount of thermal paste to the center of the CPU. Don't spread it around, don't do a fancy pattern, just a simple pea-sized dot. The pressure from the cooler will evenly distribute it. Make sure you consult the cooler's instruction manual and follow the steps carefully. One common mistake is over-tightening the cooler, which can damage your CPU socket. You want to tighten the screws gradually in a crisscross pattern to ensure even pressure distribution. Remember, a cool CPU is a happy CPU. So there you have it, 5 mistakes that can ruin your build before you even hit the power button. Avoid these and you'll be way ahead of most first-time builders. Remember, building a PC is a journey, and like any journey, it's best enjoyed when you're prepared. Take your time, do your research, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Now go forth and build those dream machines. Like this video if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe for more PC hardware tips, builds, and reviews every week.